What's up guys, Cryptomindd here. Welcome to a new video in this course/playlist. This is actually an interesting tip that I want to share with you guys and something that I think can be very beneficial. It's something that has been actually going viral lately from a specific person, but it's not something a lot of people talk about. And it's a tip that I live by now for around 3 years. I used this one specific tip to make a few good investments in my last run and made a pretty good banking on those investments and actually my biggest profits as well. So I do know that this tip works and I'm following this tip once again. And I know this will pay off. Now, you might wonder about what this subject will be, but this subject will be about, and let me write that down for you as well, on what to base your investments. Now, again, I'm not going to make a whole presentation here about this one tip, or I'm not going to give multiple tips, guys. This is not, like I said, a course. This is just educative for you guys to understand what the fuck is going on in the market and to what to pay attention to. But this one tip can really change a lot for you guys, like really a lot. So, first of all, what many of you do is just being so focused on who's the team, which is actually a good thing, by the way. I'll get into that later. What is the project doing? What is this? What is that? What does this word mean? What does that word mean? But matter of fact, you should actually not pay attention to all of those things, but pay more attention to the team. And not about what does the team do, but who is the team? Are the team's winners? Are the people that are leading the company and that are involved in the company, in the management, in the development, are they capable people? Are they people with a track record? So in investing, you not only bet on a company, guys, because a company is eventually only a building. You are betting on people. You are betting on people to grow that company and take that company or whatever it is that they are building to a next level. So you are betting on people. I've learned this tip 3 years ago and I've read this in a book. I will see if I can find this book back because I have so many fucking books. But I've read this in a book and this is so accurate. And then lately one influencer, I can actually just call his name, Luke Belmar. If you would ever see this, that would be nice, but probably not. But Luke Belmar as well lives by this tip. And actually Luke Belmar made interesting content around that because he had a very crazy experience around that. In my case, it was for ApeCoin. I was very early with Ape. I was very early with the Mutant A Yacht Club, MIYC. I was very early with Rune. I was very early with FTX. Back in the days, the token FTT. I was very, very early in Solana. I was in Solana around, I think, between $3 and $5. I was very early into Luna. There were many very good solid projects that I based myself on based on this one tip of you are betting on people. Are the people capable? And in the short term, a lot of these people were fucking capable, not gonna lie, like Sam and what's his name, Do Kwon or whatever from Luna, from Terra. They were very fucking capable people, guys. Not gonna lie, those people were very capable. They had it all planned out in a master plan. Like literally a master plan. Eventually that went against us. However, that doesn't mean I didn't make banking. I sold Luna at $90. I think I sold my FTT pretty early, but I think it was around $80 that I sold it, $90. So I made a very good banking out of that. I sold my Solana around $120, $150. I made a very, very, very good banking on everything just by following this one little tip. Because here's the thing, guys, and this is where Luke Belmar actually did catch my attention with his last, not with his last, but with his experience on how he used this tip. Because his experience is like a very big one. It's something that I can look up to myself. So he was somewhere in a clubhouse space or whatever it's called, and he was hearing CZ talk about PancakeSwap, something like that. I will not tell the story correctly, most likely. You should Google this or YouTube, search this on YouTube yourself, by the way. But he heard something about CZ say about PancakeSwap, a company based in Turkey, that he was very trustworthy in this, that he had a lot of trust in these people, that he thinks it's a very capable team, but he didn't want to tell who the team was. And if I remember well, he asked himself some questions, started to do some research, found out that CZ was the leader or whatever it is. Search it better in detail. I do not remember it perfectly. And eventually he decided to invest in PancakeSwap at like the earliest price. He was one of the first holders apparently, holding a big portion of the supply, and held that all the way up to $36, made a, I think, what was it, 100x, 200x on it? Something like that. So a shit ton of money, which is a beautiful, beautiful example actually of that this tip actually works. Now, this tip doesn't mean that every token or every team member or whatever you're gonna have to research. But if you are interested in a certain industry and in a certain project, you should definitely look what the background of those people are. Have they failed in the past? Do they have proven winners? How are their winners doing right now? All of that. These are multiple type of questions that you have to ask yourself if you want to invest in a project and invest in those people. Because eventually, guys, you believe in those people making your, or their, you believe, excuse me, you invest in those people because you believe that they will make the promise come true. And that's a very powerful thing. So that's why you really have to do research about those people, because eventually they get your money in some sort of way. No matter how you see it, they always are on the winning side regardless. So make sure to, make sure to always use this tip, because it's a tip that could change a lot for you. Definitely now with the prices being so low, if you are just smart enough and not lazy as fuck to just open Google, find a certain project that you're interested in, and search about the team members. It takes like an hour or two, three. It's only that. It doesn't take that much time either. And you do some good research about the team members, and you're gonna fastly see if this could be a capable team or not. Now, does this mean that the project will be successful? No, but that will be for another video. All right, guys, again, remember this tip because it's a big game changer. There are many big names out there right now involved in certain projects. You just have to find them. This will be for now, this was in the past, and this will be for like that in the future as well. As crypto is developing over time, there will always be big names involved, and you have to bet on those people, and eventually the rest will follow. All right, guys. Again, very important to remember, this is not the only tip or aspect, whatever it is, that comes down to investing. This is not the only tip that you base your investments on. There's so much more, but this is a very, very useful and very powerful tip that can lead to a lot of winners if eventually the project turns out right and the market is in favor of it. All right, guys, see you in the next video.